All right, here we are again. This is the Midtown Finium, and I'm doing a test stream here to test out a piece of equipment to make sure it works with StreamYards. But I would also like to just drop a brief PSA about the season that we're in and what we are dealing with as MGTOW men. And of course, my brothers, many of you know that it is cuffing season. And I just want to just drop a PSA to just make all of my brothers think about the times that they're in. Because this cuffing season, you will probably see some amped up things happening with women, etc. And my brothers, I would just say to you, be careful about what you're dealing with, who you're dealing with in terms of women. That's what I would say. And my brothers, again, the things that are going on with women, I'll just put it like this. What's happening with women is they are going through an overall stripping process, and you're seeing them kind of get blown up in many ways. One of the things that's happening is, of course, the student loan payback situation that's going on. A lot of women are in hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt or thousands of dollars in debt, but that's happening. And of course, again, you're seeing their cars being repoed, they're being evicted, all types of things happening to them. They're losing their jobs. You're seeing situations like Cynthia G that they were doing things for a long while, and all of a sudden they've lost their channels, they lost monetization, that type of thing. So what I'm trying to say, my brothers, is this cuffing season, you will see an amped up type of reaction from women, and particularly if you are in situations where you have to tell a woman that's asking you for money or something like that, that they have a reaction where they get very angry with you. The reason why they're getting angry, why they're having this amped up response is because they feel that they have a right to your resources. They feel that they have a right to what you own, what you earn, your wallet. And regardless of how they treated us in the past, we men, in terms of their despicable treatment in many ways, they feel that you have to overlook that. You have to be the one that says, I will forgive you. I will suck up to you. I will take what you're doing to me, and just, you have to deal with it. And you have to suck up as a man, no matter how I treated you, no matter how the feminist plantation state said that you were worthless. You have to give up in their time of need. And basically, my brothers, when you say no to that, they will become very angry. And this is inclusive of your family. And particularly if you're dealing with a family situation where you were a black sheep in your family and you were always expected to give up or suck up or do whatever a black sheep does, you will encounter, because of you saying, no, I will not be a black sheep, and no, I will not be involved in what the family is doing, whatever, you will encounter the anger that will come during this cuffing season. And so I just want to get on the air, so to speak, and leave that PSA. And I'll probably do a free talk or a whatever about this, but you're going to encounter these things. And I would advise you, my brothers, to be careful about your dealings with women in this time. And Post Bob and One Fast Stack, I see you guys out there. Just let me know if this is working correctly, because I put a little dollar on some new equipment and everything, and I'm just trying to see if it works with everything that I'm doing and everything. And I'm trying to level up my streaming game and my online content production, that type of thing. But oh, thank you, Postal Bob. Thank you. And I'm just trying to better my game, so to speak. But I did want to. Oh, thank you, Dak. Thank you. I see that. And I just want. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But basically, I just want to drop that PSA, and I'll probably do some further content on it, because I feel we're really getting into some dangerous times, and we men have to watch our backs, and particularly if thank you, Pascal. And I'm going to try to do more of that. One of my goals is to help men in terms of doing things like grocery shopping and doing things like, just, because I realize that some men just do not know how to wash their clothes. They don't know how to do grocery shopping, and it's no slight of those men. It's just that they never learned to do so. And they have been kind of depending upon women, etc., to do these types of things. And I just want to show men that they can have full independence by doing these things, and that even the act of I can see a chat. I see the chat from the StreamYard side of things, but you're saying it's not showing in the YouTube side. Is that correct? One Fast Act. Let me see here. And I don't know what YouTube is doing, because they've been doing a lot of yeah, because I see that here. Let's see if I can. They've been doing a lot of changes to their site that I noticed. Oh, come on. Okay. I see you, Dan Smith. See, there's some kind of issue with YouTube. I noticed that they have been making a lot of changes, to the way the functionality works. And like, for instance, like if you have a tablet or something like that, or like an Android tablet or iPad, it used to be where you could switch your username right from the front screen, but now you have to go through a number of menus to deal with that, to make that switch and everything. So I've noticed we've been doing a lot of stuff like that and everything. So I don't know if that's affecting anything, but But yeah, I'm just testing this equipment and everything, just trying to make sure it works, because I am trying to level up my game and everything. And again, I just getting back to what I was. Oh yeah, yeah, I see that, Dan Smith. Yeah, they did. I have. I'm going on my. I believe it's my fourth year of being shadow banned, and they are shadow banning me so bad that I noticed that sometimes when I write comments, the keystrokes will slow down, and so it's like something is analyzing what I'm typing and everything, and then I'll post a comment. And I'll either get a message, "Do you really want to post this?" And if I say yes, it'll just immediately disappear, or they'll just wait a few moments and just zap the comment and everything. So I'm being shadow banned really, really bad. I know that my content is being seen by more men than what the analytics show me. You know, I know it is because I did an experiment one time, and I did a switch between my private account and then the MGTOW Infinium account, and I showed so that where there was a lot of there was a difference between the views between my private versus the MGTOW Infinium account. So I know I'm being shadow banned. I know I'm being suppressed and everything, but it's all good. It's I'm working on spreading my stuff out to other sites like Rumble, BitChute. I'm on Odyssey now, you know, and I'm going to get on MGTOW TV as well. So no matter what they do, I'm still gonna, you know, keep on keeping on. But getting back to what I was saying, I just want you, my brothers, to uh, make sure that you watch your backs in this time, and be safe, my brothers. And I, you know, that's the main thing. These women do not care about you. They just care about what you can give to them, and they feel that they have a right, no matter what they do to you, no matter what they disrespect you by. They have a right to take that away from you, to leave you, you know, in the poorhouse while they go on and do what they need to do, not caring about you. And we have to understand as MGTOW men that we come first. We come first, our well-being, everything. We come first, and not the issues that women put themselves into, you know, because all this that they're going through would not have happened to them if they had respected us, respected we men, and listened to us about how they were acting, how they were doing things, and treating us and everything. But yet they are now in this condition, and they're expecting us to back up, to suck up, to do whatever we need to do to pull them out of that condition. You know, for instance, a lot of these women are saying, "Nah, I don't want to be a strong woman anymore. I need somebody to help me. I need somebody to take care of me. You know, I don't want to be first anymore. I want to go back to being, you know, the one that's being taken care of. That's somebody that rubs my feet and everything." And see, they threw all of that out. They asked for this, and this is what's happening to them. And so basically what I have been saying all along is that they got what they prayed for, but what they prayed for is not producing the expected results. And so in this time of unexpected results, they're getting mad at us. They're getting mad at us because we're walking away. They're getting mad at us because we're not doing what they want us to do, all types of things. And you know, I'm just gonna leave you, my brothers, with this. For women, it is game over time. But think of the things that happens when it's game over time for a losing team. For instance, when a team loses, it's game over, yes. But you have to look at what happens to the coach. A coach may be fired on the losing team. The players on that team may get pushed out of that team. And see, you'll notice that a lot of times now, when a losing team loses and it's game over, they won't be cordial. Like for instance, there was an incident I think a few months back where a woman on a losing team, I think it was a soccer team or something like that. She was on the losing side, and they were doing the thing where they shake hands, with the winning team, and she just offed and socked a another player on that team, because she was so angry about losing. And so that's what I'm trying to get across to you, my brothers, is that there's a process which happens to the losing team when it's game over. And because of that process, the team players will likely be angry because of the loss. And so what that means, my brothers, we're on the side that's winning. We're on the side that's walking forth in our freedom. And women are seeing this, and they're getting angry, and they're saying, no, you can't do that. And when you say, no, yes, I am going to do it, they will become angry, and you will find yourself maybe in belligerent situations where a woman is screaming at you and cussing at you because you said, no, I will not give you a dollar. I will not help you. I will not do this. Or like you get that, hey, big ed text, and you just reply back, don't call me anymore, don't do that, and then block it. They might likely find a way to get a burner phone and call you again and text you again and harass you, that type of thing. So that's what I'm saying, my brothers. Just be careful in this time, and watch your backs, because it is that bad. And particularly with your families, because particularly if you have a family structure that is driven by female narcissism, be careful, because they will attack you. They will do things to you that you wouldn't even believe. I'm telling you, my brothers. And if you find yourself in a situation like Thanksgiving is coming up, and you feel that there is a buildup of pressure that will lead to a type of assault situation on Thanksgiving Day, consider just staying home. Consider just staying out of that situation. Do everything that you can to keep yourself safe, because again, um, you're going to see, I believe, a lot of turmoil and chaos, and you have to consider too, a lot of these women are on SSRIs. A lot of these women are dealing with high bits of pressure and stuff like that. And I'll tell you, for instance, I was working on some stuff on Saturday, and I had just dropped by a Jason's Deli to just kind of unwind and just think about the stuff I was doing. I was doing some content and some writing and stuff like that. And so I'm sitting there in a booth by myself, and there was a woman that was sitting in the booth next to me, and you can see each other with these booths and stuff. And I started to sit with my back to her, but I said, well, no, I better not do that. And I sat facing her so I could kind of watch her. And she was kind of looking at me and everything. She was a little bit older than well, I guess about my age. I'm 67, so I think she was in that age. You can't tell with women. But she's sitting there, and she's kind of eyeing me a little bit. And then she gets up and gets a bit of ice cream, and then sits back down, eats the ice cream, and then she gets up and starts to leave, and then she stops by my booth, and she starts talking to me, and starts unloading to me, and she starts on. I had like a sandwich and a salad and everything. She says, "Oh, this is a lot and everything," So she was looking at what I was eating, and she begins to unload to me this story about how her daughter's in jail and this is going on and they have a baby, and just a whole big, A to Z story about all the troubles that she's going through. So she obviously she was under a lot of pressure, and I had to be careful because the type of sense that I got from her is that she was under so much pressure. And from what she was describing to me, that um, she was running around back and forth to the lawyer, she had gotten to the Jason Stelly just because she just wanted to sit in a place of peace. And so she's talking to me, telling me all this crap and everything, and I had to think about how I would respond to her, because like if I did what I wanted to do, which is to tell her to shut up and leave me alone, she would have likely exploded and attacked me. And so what I did was to say, yeah, 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 just in response to what she was saying, but I didn't say, yes, I understand. I just said, yeah, yeah, yeah. So what I did was a tactic to just not acknowledge what she was saying, but just make it seem like I was acknowledging. And so what this did was to kind of just wear her out, because she was trying to, just get me to respond to what she was saying. And so I always said, just, yeah, yeah, yeah. I didn't never said, I understand. I know what you're going through. I didn't say anything like that. I just said, yeah, yeah, yeah. And so eventually she got wore out and she walked away. And see, that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful in these types of situations, because like if you encounter a situation where they're under a lot of pressure and you do say no, and you do say no, I'm not going to give you any money, you have to prepare yourself to encounter a situation where they might explode. And so that's what I'm saying. Be careful with your encounters. Just, if you can, I'm just not going to talk to you. Please don't. I don't want to be bothered. If you can get away with that, or if not, just use a method like that to just counteract. Don't engage. Make it seem like you're engaging, but you're not engaging, so you can just walk away from the situation and everything. But anything, just oh yeah, I see that, Dan Smith. Yeah, where your kids and father. Yeah, I was listening to a lot of MGTOW, and he said that I think a hoochie mama or something asked him for money at the gas station, and she was smoking there, and he and his immediate response was, "You got money for cigarettes?" And she lied. So I picked up the cigarette from the ground, So he said, "Yeah, right." But you have to, you have to be. Well, I'll put it this way. The Bible says, be wise as a serpent, but as gentle as a dove sometimes. And sometimes you just do what you need to do. Do what you need to do to protect who you are as a man. Protect your resources, protect your finances, protect everything that is about you. That's what I'm saying, my brothers. Do what you need to do. And don't feel any type of hey, Doug MPA, I see you out there, and also Hot Eyes, I see you out there. Oh yeah, yeah, make time pass for us, man. That's the get out of Dodge if you can, and that's what I'm saying. Just really, really take care of yourselves during this time. That's what we need to do, my brothers. And it doesn't. You have to look at it this way. When we were suffering, when we were going through all these things, and we're still going through. My brothers were dealing with situations where men cannot get the mental health that they need. And you have to look at it this way: women have every resource in the world Go ahead, Doug. What's the question you have there? What's the question that you have? I The question that Doug and PA asks is, do you think that a man is obligated to be in a man in a child's life if he didn't want the child in the first place? That's having not been a father. I know. Oh yeah, I see where you're coming from. There is one of the problems that I see with that type of thing is baby trapping, and I know that this is going on for the purpose of paternity fraud, or not paternity fraud, but to trap men within the system, the feminist plantation state, and get them to be wage slaves. And women are using babies as a way to gain money out of men, to trap them into um, paying for. Well, I'll put it this way: they see the baby as a meal ticket, and they don't see the baby as a human being. They see it as a meal ticket because of what the feminist plantation state will do for them. There are many perks that come with the childbirth, that type of thing. And in that regard, the women go around saying, it's their right to have a baby, their right to not have a baby. It should also be a right that if he did not want children, because I had the reverse of me, reverse of that happened to me. The woman that um, I was going to marry, some 20, 30 years ago, she came out and said I need to have a vasectomy, because she didn't want to have kids right away. So she was telling me that I didn't have permission or capability to make that decision, even though I was a man. But so I think the reverse should be, if you're going to do that, the man should have the right to say, well, look, you need to get your tubes tied, and when we agree to have children, that type of thing. It should not be, like that, if you're going to do something like that. So I look at it like that. So like, yes, um, in a practical sense, a man should not have to pay if he did not want to have that child and was done against his will and was done in a manner that was going to defraud him. Although what's going to happen to the man, he will be forced to pay for that child, regardless of his feelings. And see, that's what's wrong, and see, that's a big issue because again, that does happen to men. They are baby trapped, and it is a very real threat. And so yes, um, if the man did not want that child, I I believe he should not be forced to be put into a child support situation. But well, the question: how does a man resist all the shaming and guilt that comes from a woman, from women on stepping up when it comes to these kids. Again, that's something you have to have a thick skin, and it's a difficult battle, because you will not only get the shaming from the feminist plantation state. Let's say you're in a church, you will get the thing put upon you that a man has to take care of his kids no matter what, this is in the Bible and then everything. And then you get the shaming from both your family and the women's family, so it's a difficult situation. And you have to, and particularly when you're being defrauded, you have to develop a thick skin, and you have to be prepared in some manner because of what the laws are, and because of how much the feminist plantation state has control over the society. You have to kind of deal with having to uh, deal with this situation, but not having to deal with it in the way that you want to. Because, for instance, like RPM, I've heard him say that if you're put into this type of situation, deal with it like you pay what you got to pay, but you don't interact. You don't deal with it. You don't deal with it. You pay what you have to pay, but you don't deal with it in terms of bonding or doing any type of thing. You don't do it, and you do it for your sanity and everything. And that's the only way. It's a tight spot. That's the only way you can kind of deal with it. You don't afford the bonding type of situation. You have to pay because of the way the laws are and everything. We men do not have the rights right now, and so in that regard, you have to pay, and you will be forced to pay. And if you don't pay, you'll be put into jail. And yes, I do agree with that. I say the term, this is Doug MPA. I say the term step up is misandrous. Men used to step up, a woman called that the patriarchy. That's true. That's true. And see, that's another reason, again, why women now find themselves in this situation, because there was a time where men did step up. There was a time where we went out there, we worked our butts off, we did everything, and now that's gone. And now that's gone because of what women have done. And so they're asking us again to step up and clean up the mess that they made. And so that's why, again, I'm saying in this time of cuffing season, don't deal with it. Don't deal with it, because they mess themselves up, and they have to take accountability. Women have to take accountability for what they have done. And yes, post-Gabal, you're right. Reproductive rights for men. And see, that's, yes, it's not going to happen, but it that's something that needs to happen for we men. And it's the same thing with paternity fraud. That's something that needs to be done. It needs to be done. Just like women say their body, their rights, it is our body and our rights. And again, they're taking advantage of those situations. They're taking advantage of how we men are in this society. They're taking advantage of our powerlessness. All these things are happening. And see, again, they are mad at us because we're saying no to these things. And, again, the only way for, well, I'll back up and say this. The reason why they're mad at us, because, again, what was it? I think it was the baseball player, football player that had that that woman, and he slept with her, and that was kind of dumb. But she tried to defraud him, and so that's an easy situation where a child could have came about unwanted, not on his dime, that type of thing. Where he didn't want a child, he just wanted the relationship or whatever, but he wound up getting a child, and see, she took it to the place where she tried to defraud him, but she was dumb enough to put that stuff out, and it got caught and everything. But again, that's a situation right there where we need reproductive rights. We need to have that type of say so about our seed, and everything. And see, right now, the only way we can kind of deal with it is to not date, is to not have relationships with women, to not marry them. That's what's happening, and that's why they're mad. That's why they're mad. But see, they created this type of situation. Oh yeah, I saw that too. The Felix Verhego. I sorry if I'm messing up his name, but yeah, I heard about that. I heard about that. And see, that's what I'm saying. It is very, very dangerous, and this is why they want us for the purpose of baby trapping us, paternity fraud, all types of things. They want us to do those things. Hold on a second. I had to do a hammer hand and get a swig of water, but yeah, yeah. Ron Caruth, yeah. I saw all of that. It is very, very dangerous, and so that's where I'm coming from, my brothers. Is be careful, be careful. Because again, you don't know what they will do. You don't know the types of tactics they will use upon you, and they will entangle you into things that you don't want to be involved in, and the best way is to just stay away from it, and just watch your backs, my brothers, because these issues that we face are really real. They are very real. And you have, was it that guy, I can't think of his name offhand. I see his face in my mind. I'm getting old, my brothers, but I'm kind of but there's a Matt Walsh, I believe his name is. There's a thing, where you need to step up to the plate. You need to get married. You're pushing forth the society and everything, and it's like, what for? What for? If you do that, you can get divorce, rape, you can, all types of things can happen to you, so why should we do that? So again, that's why these women, etc., are mad at us, because we make time men will not do these roles anymore. And my brothers, I don't blame you. If you encounter a situation, even if you tell your mom, no, I'm not coming by for Thanksgiving because of the way I'm being treated in my family, and I'm being made to be out the black sheep who has to pull everybody out of the hole and put up with all the stuff in my family. I'm not coming by. I'm just going to stay by myself and do what I need to do. Just you need to do what you need to do. Um, let's see here. Get rid of this call. Get rid of you. Sorry about that. How do women with romanticize work? And did you know that OSHA became a thing in 1972? Women want to enter into the workforce when America became a service economy with office jobs. Oh yeah, I remember. I remember that. One thing that happened um, with the 70s is that's where rabid womanism and wokeness became prevalent in the workforce. That's where it started. I see you, Bob. Thanks for Thanks for stopping by, and everything, and thanks for helping me with my equipment check and everything. But getting back to the OSHA thing, that's where wokeness and rabid feminism began to enter into the workforce in earnest, and basically, oh yeah, yeah, that's true, true. And see, basically, again, what happened with that, the OSHA was like a tool that, as I look at it, was used for womanism and used for wokeness and stuff like that. And see, now we have um, these types of situations going on in the workforce. And see, shut up here, this thing. But anyway, and see, that's true. There was no federally mandated guidelines. Men would die at work, die at work, and a lot of these things, that's what OSHA was originally intended for, was to protect the men that were building, buildings and stuff like that, and doing things and, getting their arms chopped off and everything. But what happened was what OSHA was pushed into the office environment. And it became a tool for wokeness and womanism, because like you had situations like you had cases where somebody like that was in a wheelchair, they would sue companies and say that the company had to make all these extraordinary expenditures to make their workstation safe and handicap capable, that type of thing. And it OSHA went from really protecting men and helping them in severe workplace situations like drilling and building buildings, all types of, just if they were doing like shipbuilding or something like that. It went from that, protecting them on that, to being something that was a woke or a rabid feminist tool. So like you would have situations like the women would come into the workplace. And I remember this happening back when I was working in IT. They would come into the workplace and complain about the air being bad, and I'm gonna get Ocean, sue this company, and the company would have to do all these types of things to accommodate these women. And that's what OSHA was. OSHA was not intended for that type of thing. It was intended to help the workers that were in very dangerous occupations, and take care of them. But it got absorbed into the feminist types of situations and stuff like that. And that's another thing. We lost rights because of feminism. We lost that type of protection because of those things. So it's it's not, what it was. It is becoming, it has become, something that they use, against workplaces, to cause these types of things happening. And that's why you see a lot of these situations. I remember um, with the IT field, when I was in it, you worked your butt off. And then like earlier this year, you saw all these people losing their their jobs because they had these easy peasy IT jobs. And part of the reasoning why that happened was because of the wokeness, and they could actually complain that I'm not getting a latte, I'm not getting this, and you know, and they could actually sue these companies, you know, because they were not getting these little perks and stuff like that, you know, and but in turn they were not churning out the work that IT workers like I was, you know, back in the day. I had situations where I worked like 24 hours, 25 hours in a day. I had, you know, situations where I had, you know, 18-hour days and stuff like that. And these people, you know, nowadays, you know, they work an hour and then I gotta get a latte and everything. And see now, because of what's going on, there's lower productivity, but um they have all these perks and they can actually up until lately, because they've been getting kicked out of these companies, they could up until lately complain and get on social media and sue these companies, and they would actually win and get what they wanted, you know, and the company wouldn't get anything in terms of productivity. And all of that is because of what has happened. And you know, and again, it's something that really has taken away the rights of men, the things that we used to have. You know, that's all gone. You know, it's, you know, you again, you have situations where women up until lately, because there is a change going on, up until lately, they could make a charge on you. You could run to HR, and they would dismiss that charge and say that well, that what it would, I'll just back up. What would happen is that they can make a woman can make a false accusation against you, and what can happen is you run to HR and say, hey, this is false. HR would take that false accusation against you, and you would get locked out of your job or you would get fired. You know, and all of that is because of this stuff that's going on, all this wokeness and rapid feminism. And it is now because these companies are losing money because men are walking away from this stuff. And they see these things and say, and they're saying, no, we got to stop this, and we got to get these men back, and all these types of things. And the same thing with colleges, they're doing the same things. We got to get these men back. We need to get them back in the fold, so to speak. But see, now it is too late. Men are walking away, and they're saying, you know, forget this, you know, because again, you know, you go to a job, you work it, and that's happened to me. You know, I worked up it was it 2000, yeah, 2020 or so, 2020 or 2021. I was excuse me, I was working in the grocery industry. I was working in grocery logistics. I worked in a building that's about 3/4 of the size of a city block. And I could, you know, I came on time, did my work, went home. I didn't interact with the people. I didn't bother anybody, just did my job, interacted with women if I had to, you know, if it was necessary to do so. But otherwise, I did my job and went home. I found myself in conditions where people on the other side of the building were talking about me and saying I was mean. I was I was causing the company problems. I wasn't a team player, all because I was doing my job, minding my business and doing my job. And went to HR on this, and it's like, well, no, you're the problem. And you know, so I had that happen to me. I just, you know, and it's crazy, but that's what's happening. And this is a result of what has been going on. But again, you know, you can be doing your job, mind your business, and that's a big problem. And that's what it is. And see, when these companies talk about, and then, again, it's up until recently, when these companies talk about team playing, they're saying that you have to, as a man, interact with these women and accept what they're doing to you, no matter what. And you are not to complain. You are not to make a complaint to HR. You are not to say anything. You're to suck up and shut up. That's what you need to do. That's what they're saying to you. And so, if you, for instance, if you're a good worker and you just go on, you're on time. You even be sorry about that. I'm getting a lot of calls about I'm 67, so I'm getting a lot of calls about you need to change your Medicare plan and but anyway, but back to what I was saying, these companies wanted this stuff, and they allowed this, and see now men are saying, forget this. I'm not going to put up with this, and that's basically what I'm done. I got out of that company, because I had a leg injury and this and that, and whatever. And I'm like, hey, I'm doing all of this, and these people are just telling me that I am an idiot. And I'm messed up. I have a bad attitude because I just come to work, mind my business, and do my job. That's what it came down to, and see that to me is just unacceptable. And you would think that the companies would take care of their men, particularly men, who are doing these things, but no, it's not the case. And see now they're finding, yes, these universities too. These universities, these companies, they're finding that men are saying, I'll just I'll go out and I'll live minimalistically. I'll just do whatever I need to do. Go start my own business. I'll do whatever I need to do. But I am not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to mentor women. I'm not going to do anything that's going to cause me problems down the road. So a lot of these companies are now finding that men are just turning up their noses, and it's really really to the point of like they're offering bonuses, and if you just please come back, and it's like, no, I'm not doing that. And it's the same thing with the military is getting into a place where now they need men, and they're getting to a place that there's a possibility where they will have to conscript women, and the women are saying, I don't want to do that, and so where it does again fall back to is the men, and so, but again, they created this situation. They allowed this situation. And see, my brothers, it's not our fault if what they prayed for is not producing the expected result. And so I just, again, my brothers, I'll kind of wind this up, and I'll just leave this with you all, that please take care of yourselves during this time. It's a lot of things that are going on. There are a lot of issues that are going on, and we men don't need to be the cannon fodder for this society anymore. I was listening to a video by Hammerhand, and he was showing how was it I can't think of the movie offhand, but it was a black man, and he had gone back, I think, to either, I guess, a foster mother. I had to look at this movie, and I had to look this movie up and everything, watch it. But he had gone back to his foster mother, and they were like, hey, my nigger, that type of thing. And he began to lay out to them that you beat me down and you tried to destroy me, but I stood up again, and I made it, regardless of what you were doing to me. And he told them, that you, although you tried to destroy me, I'm still here and I'm still stepping on. And that was the gist of that video. It was to not just don't, or I'll put it this way, don't take the disrespect and the dishonorable treatment of women anymore, and stand up and walk and do what you need to do as a man to walk towards your freedom. That's what you need to do, my brothers. And just watch your backs. Watch who you are as men. Don't simp. Don't do these things. Don't allow women to pull you into their mess anymore. Just live your lives as free men. I have to say this. I was a few weeks ago. I was on the beach and I was practicing my film skills and just doing a number of things and everything, because I intend to kind of move into, at some point in my life, doing full out productions and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn about audio, learn about filmmaking, content production, that type of thing. And so I'm just trying to do things that I love. But I after I was doing that content, um, or doing the B-roll, I happened to notice a little sandpiper who was just running around on the beach. And I just stood there, in peace, just watching this little bird, just running around the beach, and I thought to myself, had I gotten myself entangled with the stuff that women are doing, I would never be able to experience what I was experiencing. It was just a moment of peace on a beach, just watching a little bird, and it was just peaceful and contentful, and that's what it's about. Just protect your peace, protect your contentment, my brothers. All these things. And Rusty, I see you out there. I see Shelly Ton, all these things. My brothers, again, protect your peace. Protect who you are as a man. You deserve, to have your peace. You deserve to have your enjoyment, your contentment. You deserve to have your freedom. Don't let these women take that away from you. Don't let them pull you into their mess. They put themselves into this situation. Let them deal with it. Let them deal with it. You go on and you deal with your free life. Do what you want to do. Do what you need to do. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your health. Take care of your well-being, my brothers. That's what you need to do. This is a time. That's what I meant to say. Um, I think I can't remember that movie's name, but one of the things that man said to those two women was, "This is my time." And that struck me, man. That struck me, my brothers. It struck me because this is our time. This is our time to stand up and be who we should be. And we are free men. And this is our time to stand up and to recognize that and to do what we must do as free men, to live our lives as free men. And my brothers, with that, I'm going to call it a day. And thank you so much for helping me. Again, I am working on my audio skills, my video making skills. I'm trying to save up them shekels to get me some better equipment, and most of all, I just I just thank you all for being my brothers. You guys have encouraged me so much. I have spoken to quite a few of you all behind the scenes and everything, through chats and stuff like that. And my brothers, I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate your understanding of who I am, and my brothers. I am thankful, you know, and I'll say this to the day I die. I'm thankful that I'm a MGTOW. I'm thankful to God that I'm a MGTOW, and I'm thankful that I'm in the company of fellow brothers who are seeking their freedom and seeking to live their lives in freedom. I've always said this about myself: if I can help just one man to understand that he has a right to be free and a right to live as a free man, and that makes a difference in his life, I'm good with that. But with that, my brothers, I will call it a day. And thanks again for jumping in on the stream. And I hope that with my equipment improvements, I will begin to have more regular streams and everything where you know, we can discuss some things and pull you guys into the stream and everything, and we can chat and talk about the societal issues and everything, and put our heads together as to some solutions that can help men. And with that, my brothers, thank you again. And this is the Maytown Finium, and I am signing off.